When you think of the words raw talent in NASCAR, who comes to mind? If you aren't sure what raw talent is, it's generally described as someone who is naturally gifted at what they do, despite not having learned through experience. However, the experience that they lack is often credited to their detriment. In my opinion, no driver embodies the words raw talent quite like Hmiel. Hmiel would begin racing go-karts at age 12. From age 12 to 15, he would rack up 164 victories. After a 3-year absence from racing, Shane would return to the track driving late models. Shane would move up to the Goodies Dash Series in 2001, where he would earn the Rookie of the Year award with 2 wins, one at Darlington and another at Greenville. He would also earn 7 top 5s, 13 top 10s, 2 poles, and a 5th place points finish. He would also make his ARCA debut, running a single race at Atlanta where he finished 2nd. He would also get seat time in the Busch Series when he qualified the number 48 for Innovative Motorsports at Memphis. Shane would move up to the NASCAR Busch Series in 2002, where he would be slated to run a part-time schedule in the number 47 for Innovative Motorsports, with Kenny Wallace as his teammate. The part-time season would later turn to a full-time season due to sponsorship from Gould's Pumps, Thomas Bocconi Classics, and Mike's Hard Lemonade. He would finish the season with 2 poles, one at Nashville and another at Loudon, 2 top 5s, 8 top 10s, and a 16th place points finish. He would move to the number 48 Chevrolet for the 2003 season, still signed to Innovative Motorsports. During the first 26 races, he would earn 4 top 5s, 10 top 10s, and would be 8th in points. His most impressive performance would be in August at Indianapolis Raceway Park. He would win the pole and lead the most laps before engaging in an exciting battle with eventual winner and Busch Series champion, Brian Vickers. The August 2003 race at IRP would go on to be voted greatest nationwide series race of the decade.
Here is that race for 3rd position going into the final couple of corners here.
Well, they go in the corner. The 23 car, Scott Wimmer, tries to get alongside the 48. 48 tried to come down, block him all they could, and they made contact, and around they went.
He got that win after a long, hard-fought battle with Hmiel, who's with Mark Garrow now.
Shane, I'm going to ask you the same question you asked me a second ago. That was racing, wasn't it?
Yeah, anything like that's racing, but in between, I've never. Last time I raced that hard, I couldn't remember when. We run 50 laps side by side, me and Brian Vickers, and to lead that many laps, my team did a heck of a job to get me out of the pits in 2nd like they did, and it was just a really good day for us, man. I'm tickled to death to run 4th. We'd have run 3rd, but me and Scott Wimmer got together 2 to go, just a little short track racing incident. He's a racer that don't do that, and I'm a racer that tries not to do that. And good for us. Good top 5 finish. You can't be disappointed.
Up to this point, it's no doubt that people have witnessed the rise of Hmiel. It would be hard for anyone to deny that he had talent. However, with any rise, there has to be a fall. At the Finai 250 at Richmond, Shane would be involved in multiple incidents, the first of which came at lap 103, where he would spin the lapped car of Randy McDonald. Shane would be involved in another incident with 5 to go, this time with Jason Keller. He was moved out of line and would collide with Keller heading into turn 3, sending Jason driver's side first into the outside wall. After a post-race altercation in the garage area with Keller, Hmiel would be fined $5,000 and be placed on probation. A week later on September 18th, Shane was suspended indefinitely for failing a drug test, testing positive for marijuana. At the time, he was the highest profile driver in NASCAR to fail a drug test. Following the suspension, Shane would be released from Innovative Motorsports, and former Busch Series champion Jeff Green would replace him at Dover. After completing the Road to Recovery program, Shane would be reinstated in NASCAR. He would also be picked up for the full 2004 Truck Series season by Billy Ballou Motorsports. Shane would score his first and only victory in the top 3 National Series at the Las Vegas 350, where he would bump Todd Bodine out of the way on the last lap.
Down to the bottom of the track through 3 and 4. Hmiel right up behind the 30th time line. He loosens him up, and as he comes out of turn number 4, Hmiel takes over the top spot.
A little bump and run. We've seen it happen many times before. What a great job by Hmiel.
That's textbook right there. That's how you do it. Just a little contact, make him get loose. turns underneath him and makes the pass.
Shane Hmiel may claim its first win in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
He drove up right up behind Tabona and got him a little bit loose, bumped him, and here he goes.
Coming at him, turn number 4, Shane Hmiel will win the Las Vegas 350.
He would end the year with 1 win, 4 top 5s, 10 top 10s, 320 laps led, and a 13th place points finish. Also in 2004, Shane would return to Busch Series competition at Fontana for GIC Mixon Motorsports. After 3 more races with GIC Mixon, he would run 2 races for Aikens Motorsports in the number 38 Dodge, where he would score a 4th place finish at Milwaukee. Shane would be signed to Braun Racing in October to replace David Stremme in the Trim Spa X32 Dodge for the remainder of the season. He would also make his Nextel Cup Series debut in September at Fontana for Bill Davis Racing. He would stick with Braun Racing for 2005. Braun would form an alliance with DEI, with Braun Racing switching to Chevrolet. A new sponsor in the name of WinFuel Multivitamins, Trim Spa's parent company, would also jump on board. Shane would also be featured in commercials alongside Dale Earnhardt Jr. to promote WinFuel Multivitamins as well. Along with a full Busch Series schedule and a partial truck schedule with Billy Ballou, Braun and WinFuel would field the 08 Chevrolet in a partial Cup schedule, where he would debut at Atlanta. In April, the Busch Series would roll into Bristol for the Sharpie Mini 250. As the race winded down, Shane was moving through the pack using the bump and run method on 3 straight drivers. After a stack up in front, he would turn Dale Jarrett on the front stretch with 3 laps to go. When Jarrett leaned into his window, Shane appeared to show no remorse for his actions. After a heated discussion, Shane would flip the bird to Jarrett, all being caught on his in-car camera on national television. Shane would be fined $10,000 and docked 25 points for the incident. Shane would be given another drug test at Charlotte in May, following Busch Series qualifying, after officials observed Hmiel making, quote, erratic moves on track. When the June race at Dover came around, it was revealed that he had failed the test and would be escorted out of the garage by NASCAR officials. Shane had tested positive for marijuana and cocaine, and was suspended, quote, indefinitely, starting in May 2005.
Shane Hmiel obviously spurring this conversation in the Busch Series. Second problem in that area. So, Jeff, for you, quick one. Will Shane Hmiel race again?
That's entirely up to him. He has this opportunity right now. NASCAR will work with him to get him the necessary treatment to be able to do that, but it's going to be his choice whether or not he's willing to go through it one more time and get himself cleaned up so he can come back.
Shane would be offered reinstatement per he submit to medical reviews, psychological reviews, and frequent drug tests before reinstatement. However, in February of 2006, Shane failed his 3rd and final drug test and was banned for life from NASCAR. Shane's life would hit a turning point in July of 2007 when he would be involved in a bar fight that led to an infection in his hand due to teeth being lodged in it. Shane would check into rehab after 10 days of being hospitalized. Deemed, quote, extremely addicted, he would spend 103 days in rehab before checking out in October. During his time in rehab, he addressed his emotional issues both on and off the track, leading to the diagnosis of bipolar disorder. After rehabilitation, Shane returned to the driver's seat in open-wheel sprint cars with the goal of becoming the next American IndyCar driver. He would compete in all 3 national touring divisions in the United States Auto Club, or USAC, in the USAC Silver Crown Series, the USAC National Sprint Car Series, and the USAC National Midget Series. He would earn his first USAC-sanctioned win in 2009 in the Sprint Car division at Iowa Speedway, and followed that with a career-best dirt finish of 2nd in the 4 Crown Nationals at Eldora Speedway. Shane would earn postseason honors as USAC's Most Improved Driver, and would also be named 2009 Chili Bowl Rookie of the Year. Shane would break through in 2010, where he would earn his first career Midget Series victory at Hickory Motor Speedway. He would then carry that momentum over to other USAC divisions. In the Sprint Car division, he would break the world speed record for a non-wing sprint car at Iowa Speedway, winning the pole with an average speed of 146.444 miles per hour. In addition to the world speed record, he would rack up 3 more victories, all on asphalt, 2 at O'Reilly Raceway Park and 1 at Salem Speedway. In the Silver Crown division, he earned his first career series win and first dirt win in the Hoosier 100 at Indiana State Fairgrounds. During the 2010 season, Shane would become the first driver in history to win the Hoosier 100, Pat O'Connor Memorial, and the Rich Vogler Classic in the same season.
Never been so excited to interview somebody in victory lane. How do you feel?
I'm excited. I mean, we're here standing on the front stretch. We were third last year. Start on the outside pole, won the race. We talked about it before. We just had the car to do it, and when you got the car to do it, it's a lot easier. I look sweaty now, but that was only from nerves. The last 20 laps scared the hell out of me.
Shane would be slated to make his debut in the Firestone Indy Light Series at Chicagoland Speedway on August 28, 2010. However, tragedy would strike on October 9th. While qualifying for a Silver Crown race at Terre Haute Action Track, Shane's car got on two wheels and hit the outside wall hard, collapsing the roll cage. He would be airlifted to Methodist Hospital with head, back, and neck injuries, being put in a medically induced coma shortly after arriving to reduce brain swelling. The day after the crash, the doctor told Shane's family that he would never walk again, and he most likely wouldn't ever be able to breathe on his own again. Two 18-inch rods would be placed in his back, where Shane would flatline 4 times during the operations. After awaking from the coma on November 17th, Shane would be moved to the Shepherd Center in Atlanta, Georgia. He would then begin to speak, breathe, and eat on his own. Shortly after, Shane was out of the hospital. While recovering from his crash, Shane would start his own USAC team with Levi Jones. A year after Shane's accident, Jones would score a victory in Shane's car. 2 years after his accident, Shane would be allowed back in the garage for the first time since his 2006 ban, as a guest of Billy Ballou Motorsports at Atlanta Motor Speedway. In January of 2013, Shane would get back behind the wheel of a race car in a driving experience at Rockingham Speedway. The accessible racing event allowed Hmiel and 2 disabled military veterans to run laps on a track at over 100 miles per hour in a modified Gen 4 stock car. Shane has since regained the use of his limbs, but continues to require the use of a wheelchair, but he refuses to give up and continues to work on being able to walk again. Dale Jr. has said that Shane had the most raw talent out of anyone he'd ever seen, and I couldn't agree more. Raw talent are words that were often used to describe a younger Kyle Busch, meaning he was naturally good at what he did, he just hadn't developed his ability yet. Shane has said himself, "I'd run you over for the win, and I'd run you over for 7th." Shane had stayed on track, but a terrifying accident derailed a potential IndyCar career. I know that dwelling in the past has never amounted to much, but I can't help but wonder, what if Shane could have stayed clean? What if the accident never happened? What if Shane could have made it to IndyCar? Maybe, just maybe, we wouldn't be left wondering what could have been. And that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope to do more like this in the near future. I'm Jesse King, and I'll see you next time.